Welcome to another dojo topic. We had the most amazing conversation in our live dojo today. And have you ever asked yourself why it feels so exhausting sometimes to be waiting for the thing that you really want to happen? Or like telling yourself, if I work just a little bit harder, if I have a little more patience, if so, that might be why you attracted today's video. I'm going to share my screen with you and invite you to the topic of today's dojo. Again, just a reminder before I begin, nothing shared in this dojo is meant to become a rule, belief, or teaching that you must follow. All of our topics are simply perspectives offered for awareness. You are always invited to take what resonates and release anything that doesn't. Your inner wisdom is always the final authority. Last week, our topic was on the awakening gardener. Why your life looks this way. What seeds are you planting? Because every thought is a seed that you're planting. So if you were unable to join us live or you haven't yet seen the video, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this video. Today, we're talking about living from it, not toward it. And I really like this picture that I chose because to me, she's just saying, you know what? I'm taking life as it comes and I am living my life instead of getting caught up in the energy of maybe someday. Trying harder might be the reason nothing is changing for you. So before you try any harder, listen to this. Not because you're doing it wrong, but because of what you believe you are. How long you think it's taking you to get there, or wondering if it's ever going to happen for you. So if you're still trying to become something, the confident one, the worthy one, the powerful one, or the successful, abundant, and prosperous one, what if that's why it seems to be taking you so long? Because every time you try, you reinforce one thing. I'm not her yet. I'm not there yet. Remember, it was like Yoda said, there is no try, there is only do, young Skywalker. Because when you're in that energy of trying, that energy, ah, feeling like you're not there yet, that energy is running everything. It's what I call future energy, that anxious energy, that, oh, I've got to try harder, I've got to work harder. Because you don't do what you want, you do what you are. So if you believe you're still becoming, you'll keep creating a future life, a life where you're not there yet. And that creates more work, more effort, more trying, and still feeling stuck. Not because you're broken, but because you're being consistent. You're being energetically consistent in what you believe yourself to be. We talked about this last week, how most people are trying to change their lives by rearranging the outside without ever questioning what they're planting within. And then they wonder why the same experiences keep showing up for them. Stop planting seeds of who you're trying to be. That energy will always carry effort, lack, and distance because trying is a seed and it grows more trying. So, what if nothing is missing? What if you are already that and you've just been looking at it through the wrong lens? Stop trying. You are already that. So stop trying. You say you want confidence, but you keep thinking, oh, I hope I don't mess this up. You say you want abundance, but you keep saying it's not here yet. So everywhere you look, there's no evidence of it. You say you want to feel worthy, but you still ask, am I enough? You even put yourself down with humor or offhanded remarks, but the universe doesn't recognize humor. So everything you do comes from the version of you who lays awake believing she's still becoming, still trying, still reaching, still not there. And that's what you keep repeating, not because life isn't changing, but because you're still being the same version of you. So the next time you catch yourself working towards it with thoughts like, I need to figure this out first. I'm not ready yet. Something is still missing. I just need more time. Stop and ask yourself, is this a belief or just an experience? Because whatever form you're experiencing, whether it's a thought, feeling, emotion, or experience, they are always coming and going. And how can anything that comes and goes be real? You are an infinite, sovereign being. When you speak, every cell in your body receives your words as a message to follow. There is nothing you need to be doing right now other than what you're doing. Because if you were meant to be doing something else, you would be doing it. You are living your best life until you accept an invitation to look for your best life. That's the only reason it can feel like something's missing. Nothing can be missing because everything is part of the one. Once you step out of future energy, you can remind yourself, I am already that. And already that never feels like future energy. It feels like right now energy. And right now energy feels like a celebration. And that's how you are living from it instead of toward it. We have these types of conversations every week in the dojo. If you feel the pull, consider joining us. I've placed some questions here for you to reflect on. I'm not going to read them to you, but if you'd like to take this work just a little bit farther, as far as living your life instead of striving, instead of trying, these might be helpful for you. And in the meantime, let me ask you a question that I asked during our live conversation today. If I say the numbers 2, 4, 6, 8, what numbers are missing? What comes up for you? Because the answer is nothing. There are no missing numbers. I said the numbers are 2, 4, 6, 8. So how can anything be missing? Think of that example the next time you look around and think, oh, something's missing from my life. I don't have this yet. I'm not there yet. I don't have it. And remind yourself, I am exactly where I'm meant to be in this moment. I am exactly doing what I'm meant to be doing. And the reason I know that is because if I was meant to be doing something else, I would be doing it. You are the sovereign being. Relish your sovereignty. And if you'd like any kind of support with this type of work, visit me at masteringyourbeliefs.com. In the meantime, this is Nancy Muller, the one and only Life Sensei, saying ciao for now.